Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to thank Ariana John and BIzhan John for arranging such a remarkable event. To those of you I'm getting introduced for the first time, my name is Sear Sadat. By profession, I'm a chartered certified accountant. I'm the owner of Sears Accountants, which is a chartered certified accountancy firm. And we have branches in London, Newcastle, Glasgow. So if you need help with accounting services, or taxation, or in other words, if you need help with tax avoidance, not tax evasion, then we are there to help. Before I discuss about the video that you all just saw, I would like to slightly touch on the topic of our identity when we call ourselves Afghan. So have you ever come across a situation where you have been introduced with someone for the very first time, and as soon as you've started the conversation, everything was going really, really well, and slowly, as you've introduced yourself that you're an Afghan, the behavior has changed, and that person has behaved differently, taken some spaces, and also sometimes they have excused themselves. So have you ever come across a situation like that? Yeah. So yeah, it has happened to me, and I'm sure it has happened to many of us. And that's only because today, we Afghans, Afghanistan itself, has been introduced through the West, through media, as a country with major number of drug addiction, the most corrupted country in the world, a country where there is terrorists, and the name of terrorism is linked normally with Afghanistan, a country with the highest number of forced marriages, child marriages, a country where there's lack of attention for women education, for minorities, for disabilities. That's the whole reason that today our name, Afghans' names, have been linked with all these titles. I can call them titles. And it's our responsibility. Sometimes we may not feel that we are fully responsible for what's happening in Afghanistan. However, we are partially responsible, because the only thing we can do is we can create awareness, we can discuss about them, we can discuss about the taboos that are happening in Afghanistan. And when we discuss about them, that's when we can find solution. And that's why we, as a young group of Afghans, we decided to start this project called Tomorrow's Hope. And Tomorrow's Hope, thank you. In Tomorrow's Hope, we focus on various social and cultural issues that are happening in Afghanistan. Unfortunately, you couldn't hear all the contents of those videos that was played, but it's all about people currently suffering from various social problems that are happening in Afghanistan. As I mentioned before, we have got drug addiction in Afghanistan, we have got lack of women's education, and there are so many other problems. And that's why we started this project. Initially, everything was going very well. Unfortunately, we were hit by the pandemic, and now we are hit with a different change, which is the change in the government of Afghanistan. And recently, one of our representatives, Kabul representative, was taken in custody of Taliban. They basically wiped all the data. They broke his camera, which gives us a signal that Taliban still do not believe in freedom of speech. But they cannot stop us. They cannot stop us from the decisions we have made, from the show that we are. Thank you. We may change the course of our action, but that does not mean that we will stop. So the aim and the vision and the mission of Tomorrow's Hope that was started a while ago, it will still carry on as normal. And regarding the recent crisis happening in Afghanistan, I'm sure all of us are hurt. And my personal opinion is that what's happening in Afghanistan is a proxy war. The only two things that Afghanistan has got is a geographical location and minerals, which obviously is lithium is one of the famous one. And what's happening in Afghanistan at the moment is all funded by the governments, by the other countries, I can call them. So it's the responsibility of this young generation that's sitting down in here to lobby to the governments and to speak about it, and to ask them and to tell them to stop funding these terrorism activities. Joe Biden in his recent statement said that Afghanistan is an ununited nation, and it's a country that they have never, ever got along with each other. But my response to his question as a statement is that Afghanistan is now united. The new generation of Afghanistan has changed. We believe in unity. We believe in coexistence. And we believe in acceptance. And we all believe that together we can be stronger, and divided we fall. Thank you very much for your time.